Before I get into the actual training for Keyword Researcher Pro, where I walk you through all the steps that you should be using when you're building an Amazon site, or honestly any other kind of site that you want search engine traffic for, I have some recommendations for you for using this software. And I also want to point out a lot of the key areas that you're going to be using, and then give you a brief overview of the various things that we're going to be learning throughout the course of this series. To start with, the first thing that I want to recommend to you before I get into anything else is the speed throttling that is included in this software. If you look beside this play button that you click on to start a search, you have this graph of bars right here. And you can actually click on any one of these bars to change it. Kind of looks like the reception or the battery power on a cell phone. Well, this is actually the search speed. What I mean by search speed is when you're running searches on Google or on Amazon or on YouTube, especially if you are doing the wildcard searches where you're running all the different combinations of A through Z in addition to your base keyword phrase, you're processing a lot of searches on these networks, especially if you're going to be doing a whole bunch of words for a prolonged period of time. This can be really even more so important. What I would recommend to do, just out of safety's sake, is turn this all the way down to the lowest setting, especially if you have a decent amount of work that you want to try to do with this software in terms of generating keywords. This can help to ensure that you don't get limited at some point and have to put it down and come back to it later. If you ever find that the software is not pulling results for you, it's likely because these sites have picked up that you are scanning too many results and doing it with an automated method. And so they simply throttle you back. They might even prevent you from checking their results for 30 minutes or so. So try back a little while later if you do happen to see that. However, I've been using this fairly heavily, and I've left it on the lowest setting, and I have not experienced any kind of difficulties like that. So I'd recommend for you to do the same. Now, first of all, I want to give you a brief overview of a lot of the key areas in this software that you're going to be utilizing. You have the main search panel that is right here in this main screen. To start with, it's possible that this may kind of be shrunk up into the corner like this. You can easily click on any of these gray borders and resize the different aspects of this software to get a larger view. Sometimes with this top box, as you can see right here, the settings down at the bottom are actually not being displayed. You sometimes need to make sure you're seeing all of the available settings that are there for you. With that said, you have your main navigation in terms of features for this software in these tabs right here, and also in these tabs across the top. The main ones that you'll likely be using will be over here, and then a couple of these different tabs across the top. The top two, the wildcard search and the seed keyword search, these are for searching Google, which is going to be the wildcard search. And then you have the seed keyword search, which is going to be for Amazon and for YouTube. So depending on which site you want to search, you would be choosing different aspects or different tab selectings here. You also have an area here where you can import Google CSV files. When you download keyword information from Google, this is something I'll be demonstrating to you later in this series, you can upload your files through this screen here by clicking on this, or even dragging a file from a folder in File Explorer, for example, into this area. This can be used to load up the average monthly search counts on the keywords that this software generates through these two pages. It can also be used to completely import new keywords, things that maybe are not coming from this software. So for example, let's say you've done some keyword research through the keyword planner. You can import those initial keywords that you have researched directly through here and then go on and continue some additional searching using the software. You can also directly import a keyword list by simply adding them in through this screen, and it'll directly go into your keyword list at the bottom. Now this keyword list at the bottom and the keyword list on the left are different because this is your initial list based on things that you are importing or keywords that are getting searched and generated for you. So it automatically puts all that stuff down here at the bottom. You can then sort these keywords if you want to. You can whitelist or blacklist them, and then up at the top you can view a listing of just certain categories that you have sorted out. You can also go ahead, when you are pretty confident that you're going to use this keyword, you can add it to your main listing over on the left. So that's what this listing is for. This is your more finalized listing of keywords that you actually want to try to target. Before you add keywords over to here though, make sure you're doing this Google import from the Google Keyword Planner to get this monthly search traffic in. Otherwise, if you import this Google file after you add these keywords, it's not going to put that traffic amounts over here on the left for some reason. Now, a couple of the other areas that you're going to be using. Info and keyword tags. As you go through and build a list over here, you can use the tags to sort your keywords. You can see right here, I have all these different keywords, and I have tagged these keywords under the gaming tag. I also have other keywords that I've set up that are in the Apple tag. So you can go through and organize all of your different keyword phrases this way. Then you end up adding your keywords into articles. I've selected a bunch of different keywords that all go to one particular article and created an article for it in this screen here. And finally, you can actually write out your content through this Write Content tab. So this actually gives you a pretty basic walkthrough of the process we're going to be taking. We're first going to start with searching out keywords. We're going to take a base keyword that we have and try to expand upon it to find some more long tail specific keywords that go to very specific situations or uses for the product that we can talk about in more detail in our article content. So as we search keywords here off of Google and Amazon and YouTube, those keywords get populated down at the bottom. We're then going to take these keywords, load them up into the Google Keyword Planner to download our monthly search traffic, and that we're going to be importing through this tab here. Once we have our traffic and our keywords at the bottom, we sort through this list and pick the keywords that we want to use on our website by clicking on the add buttons over on the left. Once we have all of those keywords selected, that's going to build a list for us here. Then we're going to go through and set keyword tags by selecting them and adding the keyword tags down here at the bottom. You can see as you click on an article, you can actually drag tags up into the assigned keyword area, like so. Once we have tags assigned to everything, then we're going to select all of the keywords that relate to a specific tag. We're going to right click and we're going to create a new article. Then we can go to write content here and begin to provide our title, our URL, the description, the actual content of the article, and we can cross-reference this with our keyword list to make sure we have the keyword phrases in there that we want to. Black means that the word is not found at all anywhere within the title, the URL, or the content itself. Green means that the exact phrase, the entire keyword phrase that's listed there, it is found within that area, somewhere in there. And then these red and green icons over on the right indicate the section that those exact phrases are found. So for example, this one is green. You can see it's marked as a T and an S. That means it is found in the title and also in the URL of this page right here. So you can tell at a quick glance which keywords you have accurately covered. Finally, we're going to be exporting all of our article content to a WordPress XML file, and then we can simply go and import that information into WordPress. In WordPress, we're just going to go to Tools and Import, and finally WordPress, and we can upload those XML files and import all of the article content that we have created with Keyword Researcher Pro. The remaining training videos in this series are going to walk you through all of these different steps in more detail, along with giving you my recommendations for using this stuff to research and plan out and write all the content for your Amazon affiliate websites.